Hey, wanted to tell y'all a little bit about a success story. My name's Andy Launiere, District Manager out of Tennessee, Sales District BE08, and wanted to talk a little bit about a success story over in Old Hickory, Tennessee. They had a vertical agitator application that was using an old Philly gearbox from 1957. This gearbox had a model number VD H2505. It's about a 50 to 1, somewhere in there. Anyway, I wanted to show you a picture of this gearbox. You'll see that in the attachments that I send. But this gearbox looks like a giant rusty bell. And they no longer make parts for that, obviously, from 1957. So we got called in because they're using a few of our cyclo reducers in a vertical application on some of their slurry tanks on the other side of the plant. So we worked with engineering, and one of the things that we were able to do is we actually had this document from Philly from the 50s, and it gave us some dimensional information. They also had other information that we were able to kind of reverse engineer to make sure ours was going to be suitable. One of the things that we did have to be careful with was obviously the thing that we always seem to battle in getting, and that is a bending moment. So what we had to do is make sure that they actually had a support bearing at the top and at the bottom of the tank, so that when we coupled it to it, that it was just a rotating torque only application for us. We didn't have to worry about thrust, and we didn't have to worry about a bending moment. One of the things that we were able to do is actually show a cost savings, which we did through Motion Industries in Nashville, Tennessee. I've got this document also that I'll be sending. We did this back in 2016. The Philly unit was going to cost $100,000 to replace, quoted by Philly. We were able to provide our reducer for $25,000. So I actually have a signed cost savings document from the engineer at Chemours showing a cost savings of $75,000 per reducer. Since then, we've had those two units, which totaled $150,000 plus. We did two more in 2017, and we did one last year. Now, one of the things I did want to show you as well is there is potential for 11 more. This document is a spreadsheet that you'll see. I'll send that as well. And it has a list of all the tanks that they have that are using the Philly gearboxes. There's 5 of them that are highlighted that we've already done. There's 11 more and some spares that are going to be thrown in over the years to come. So this is an ongoing, pretty much a yearly order. The newer Philly gearboxes are part number 12VP3. That's actually a parallel shaft unit that's in a vertical position. One of the last things I wanted to show you, an interesting fact about this plant, is that they, back in 2000, ordered the 1 millionth reducer, cyclo reducer, that we made here in the United States. I'm sending this picture as well. That trophy, I'll call it, is at Motion Industries. They display it in their lobby, and it is for the DuPont plant there in New Johnsonville. Got any questions or anything of that sort, give me a holler. I'll be glad to send this print that we have of the reducer. We also quoted the transition plate, but DuPont felt that they could make that in their shop, have a little bit more control over getting everything to match up, and that actually saved them even more money. But we were able to quote the entire package They ended up buying the motor. It's a Baldor motor. They specify the motor and have special pricing from Baldor. So we were able to just send the reducer, which just makes things neat and clean for us as well as motion. Any questions, whatnot, I'll be glad to send any additional information on over it. Appreciate the time and the opportunity to give y'all a quick summation of a success story.